Hey Cancer, Karina here, your Lucid Living coach. I'm here to give you a special card reading for this new moon in Aries and the eclipse season that's coming up in May. So yeah, let's start with the dice. 10th house. Ooh, Virgo moon. Okay. So you're getting shit organized. You're getting shit ready for or in your business and career because you're starting to launch forward in these new projects and anything that has to do with your career and legacy. There's a lot of healing happening around this new moon for your confidence in doing what you really want to do. Like, what legacy do you want to leave behind? Mercury is giving you a lot of busyness and action in the area of work, and Uranus is really bringing a lot of eccentric, cool connections into your life. And this eclipse is going to shift some things in your friendships and your networks. It could be new people coming in, but in order for new people to come in, there are people that are abruptly leaving your life. And it looks like maybe some friendships could be very unpredictable, and Jupiter is expanding what you believe. There's a lot of luck around maybe for furthering your education. You could have a lot of luck by traveling. And your 8th house is, there's a stellium there. And we have Venus and Mars and Saturn, which could be bringing up some fears surrounding control. Also, fear maybe in relationships, intensities in relationships, drives, sexual drives. You're driven to see the hidden things and the taboo things, and maybe even driven in the area of inheritance or gangs involving gambling. It could be stock, cryptocurrency, as well as your new thing that's going on. Pluto is definitely giving you a new outlook on your partnerships. There's a lot of deep transformation that's happening in the areas of your partnership, business partnerships, marriages. There could be endings of contracts for you to kind of make room for the new. These contracts could be costing you, but let's see what the cards have to say. That's what the astrology has to say. What do the cards have to say for our Cancer risings? Cancer rising, Cancer suns, Cancer moons. Let's see. Ooh, there is a flip. There is a flip. There is a flip. There is a flop. There is a flip. Page of Earth. Dependable, patient, successful, scholarly. You're a scholar and a baller. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to do something more challenging. A new area of study. Wow. That is so true. Jupiter being in the 9th house, new moon in your 10th house of career, 9th house of education and travel. You're definitely working behind the scenes, and you are kind of over what you're doing right now. Maybe you're just working too hard to make ends meet, or you're working too hard in your job. Maybe it's physical. Maybe you're just needing more more creativity. But there's definitely something manifesting for you, and some financial opportunities are showing their face, and you're wanting to develop some skills here. We have two cards that pulled out. So you got the 9 of Pentacles, but from when I pulled, it was upright. Now this has to do with abundance and really working hard for what you have, for your money and for your abundance and for your freedom. Like, this is a woman that has worked very hard, and she is enjoying the fruits of her labor, right? And so this is about being self-sufficient and financial dependency. This actually came out with it, okay? And so these upright, this is a guy who is really focused on the things that didn't work out, okay? And there are 2 cups here that he is ignoring. He's turning his back on these cups, and cups have to do with emotion, and coins have to do with money and abundance. So there's something maybe that is that you're really emotional about in your love life as well as your financial life. So maybe you're focused on the things that didn't work out in your love life or in your business. And you have these 2 cups that are being offered to you that are like kind of hidden. And maybe you just aren't seeing it, or you know it's there, but you're turning your back on it. But these are the 2 cups that really have something great to offer you in love and in business. And maybe this is something of in business, maybe this is something of a creative, something creative that you are gifted with, that you're not focusing on, and that you want to focus more on. So if you look at this woman, so let's talk about the way that they came out. Now, this is about self-worth. This is about also over investing in work and hustling. Maybe you're fucking tired, okay? And maybe you're starting to see your worth, like your self-worth. And in that, you're gonna find that abundance when you find your self-worth and understand that you don't need to work hard. You need to work smarter, okay? Because this is a woman that works smart, and she really is abundant. And this is about regret, failure, disappointment, and pessimism. You're focusing on everything that isn't working. So this is about personal setbacks and forgiveness, forgiving yourself for anything that you've done in the past in regards to yourself, and moving on from that situation. It could be just forgiveness for maybe your relationships, or how you've treated people that you've loved in relationships, or it could be forgiveness of you in just like beating yourself up in work. Let's see what other cards are going to come out for us. But yeah, you're definitely trying to organize your life and your career, and there is just a lot of new beginnings happening in that. Maybe you're getting some insight around that. But yeah, this is like 6 of Swords popped out. You're really trying to move to calmer waters. You're trying to move to somewhere that is going to bring you more potential, more happiness. Yeah, this is definitely a card of transition. As you can see, this guy is moving a woman and her child through these waters, and Swords is our intellect. You're trying to move in a more positive direction, trying to really try to focus on the positive and the things that you're releasing, that you no longer want to continue to repeat. This could be past patterns. This is change. This is a rite of passage for you in the area of career and legacy, as well as abundance and partnerships and love. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. Okay, this is a water card. I definitely want to pull from my mermaid deck. So we have Cancer, this new moon in Aries. There is a lot of ideas floating through your head, though, about how you want your career to go and what, as far as your legacy goes, like what you want to manifest, what ideas that you're having to make more money and more abundance for yourself. There's just a lot of shifts and changes that are in the works for you. Are you serious? This card again, that card came out for, God, who was it? I think it was for Taurus. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. That's crazy. That dream card came out again. Okay. So vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teachings. This card is asking you to focus on your dreams. So, I mean, if Gemini is in your 12th house, and Gemini's ruler is Mercury, and Mercury is conjunct this new moon. So yeah, I mean, you might be getting some pretty interesting information in regards to where you need to move within your dreams. So what do we mermaids dream of? Like you, sometimes our dreams are more vivid than our waking life. And within them, there is a great deal of freedom, exploration, symbol, and messages. So this, if you're not a big dreamer, maybe this is in regards of your dreams of your legacy that you want to leave. What's your perfect career look like? At sometimes our dreams are our spirit calling out to us, wishing us to take heed of what the soul is speaking of and asking us to live more in a mystic realm where we can have time alone, where we can create and dream into our life, our self-expression, and where we are very, very clearly being given messages from the realm of the subconscious, the flowing and watery, the underworld deep of our very heart sleeves. Mermaids cannot always reach you when you are on land. So you may not be at the beach, and many people are not dreamy enough to be reached. They are hard focused and hardwired into the right brain. When you cannot be reached through the song of waves, you will be reached on the waves of the sleeping brain. And in them, you will be told what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that fascinates and drives you, and what it is you yearn and hunger for. Dreams are another life, and your sleeping life is as profound as reality as your waking. Sleeping life is as profound a reality as your waking life. It is mysterious and deeply moving and influential, but many people have given no time or no thought to what their soul is describing to them, teaching them, and experiencing with them each evening. So when this card shows up, it's a sure sign that the mermaids are reaching out to you through the oceans of your sleep time. Within them, although this can be helpful and wise, it is time to feel them and allow their wisdom and guidance to seep up into and join with the waking world. Be a little more dreamy, a little more in between, and a little less sharply focused, just for a time, and listen to the deep messages of the soul. The mind will try to make sense of what the mermaids are sharing, but it truly cannot. It can only observe. So watch, feel, experience, and live the dream throughout the waking day. Their wisdom is potent, powerful, and can change lives and awaken you truly to the callings and the song of the soul. Okay, so, the deviation for this card is when the card appears, let go. Please go deeper into the world of dreams. It may be time to keep a dream journal or spend even just 5 minutes each morning meditating on your sleeping life. It is unlikely that your mind will have a great deal of information that will be valuable to you. There will be details of imagery, poetry, and symbolism in your dream, and it is a creative, flowing, imaginative, surreal world you enter when you sleep. Spend some time each morning or day feeling the dream, then musing it on its meaning. Do not try to pin it down or it will fly free, eluding you. Have long baths or warm showers prior to bedtime and visualize yourself in a pool before drifting off to sleep. Allow the waters of sleep to take you and the mermaids of dreams to sing to you. Wow. So it's a very interesting card. It's like, it's kind of the opposite if you think about your career, this new thing that's happening in your career, but maybe it is that you need to tap into what really moves you, what makes you happy, what lights you up, what creative ideas that you can get to work smarter and not harder. So, all right, well, let's tap into the archetypes cards. Can I get a card for my Cancers for this new moon? Oh, okay. I didn't grab all the cards, so I'm going to do another shuffle. But let me see. Althenia. It's a goddess that you got, I think. Yeah, it's the initiations, 22, 221 page. Truth. This came out, it's like black and white, and it's crazy because this Aries, a new moon, is at 11 degrees. And this kind of reminds me of the twin flame or the portal, balancing masculine and feminine, within, without, physical, non-physical, that stuff like that. So the soul resonates, recognizes the truth. When someone speaks it, a cool wave of relief washes over the room and all of the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of Althena. Okay. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize Althena by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. Althea card requires us to step towards an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture, a poetic act, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of belonging in the world. Truth has its own wings. Set it free. So when in light, clarity, revolution, and disclosure. And when in the bark, distortions, gaslighting, and excuses. So Picasso said, we all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, at least the truth that is given given us to understand. It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity in this light, practicing truth as a vibration. So yeah, that's a good card, really living the truth. And I'm going to pull Starseed deck. This is the Starseed deck. This is for my Cancer risings, suns and moons. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Yeah, these cards are really beautiful. Lifting the veil. Page 86. Things aren't always as they seem. Well, I'm going to take a little sippy whip. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Everything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pulled this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match to who you are and how you've grown. To dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others will no longer do. Some star seeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and the unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth, to stand for and protect those who don't have a voice, to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. What isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? So that was a beautiful card. You know what, Cancer? There's just a lot of good things that are happening in your life. A lot of transformation is happening for you within your relationships, your friendships, your partnerships, your romance. And there is a lot of action and new beginnings that are happening in your career. And you're really focused on organizing what you've got, creating something new in the area of career, because you know, you got to focus on yourself, your self-worth, and walking away from the things that aren't serving you and focus on the things that are moving to new waters. There is a lot of change in the works, releasing the things that aren't working for you in the area of career and networks and friendships. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, you can go to LucidLivingMovement.com and book your personal reading. I do card readings just like this with your exact birth chart for $44. And I do transit reports, birth chart, astro birth chart readings, and progressions. And I do live coaching. And I use your chart to help progress you forward. So if you're interested in booking a reading with me, go to my website and peace out, your Lucid Living Coach. Thanks for joining.